everybody. You already know who it is. It's K.O. King Racing, aka Kamari Odom. We are on Monza, Italy. If you don't know where that is, it's in Italy. We are in the beautiful Formula Renault, however you want to say it. 3.5 that they actually do not race anymore. So, why am I at Monza? Well, I love Formula cars. That's one reason.
Another reason is Formula Renault actually races here. And because
I wanted to go ahead and, like I said, showcase different places. So, this is one of those different places I was talking about. Or different tracks I was talking about, rather. So, the Formula Renault, it's a great car. As far as training, yeah, it teaches you. It's a great Formula car, seriously. I don't know why they took it away. All they had to do was really put a halo on it. That's sort of what they did, but they could have kept the 3.5 and then, I don't know. But it's alright. It is alright. So why have I been gone so long? I've actually been doing a lot of different stuff as far as building my wealth, a lot of other things. But trust me, I have not forgotten about several of my videos I need to make. As a matter of fact, I've been racing with one of my actual racing buddies, and that's what I've been doing actually these past couple days. So I said, well, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and showcase a race. So that's what I'm doing today.
So when I said that I was racing my boy earlier, I actually meant on project cars too. Before anybody thinks that's not what I meant.
So I had the AI on 120, which is, you're probably going to be surprised because this is not an Indy car, obviously. So, yeah, I'm actually really, really good in the Formula Renault. So, that's why I put it on 120. And like I said in the earlier videos, 120 is the highest difficulty. And I have it to 70% aggressive. So, it goes all the way to 100%, but the reason why I don't put it on 100%, not because I can't handle it, is really because a lot of the time they're too aggressive to the point where they crash you every single turn. So that's really annoying. I don't even want to deal with it. So I just keep it to 70. I do apologize for being gone for a little while. Just like I said, building my wealth, working on some things, and working on some certifications.
To really gain more skills.
Racing has been going pretty well too. I haven't really had any huge things as of yet, but I'll definitely let everyone know when I do and when I start actually racing. I'm actually still working on getting sponsors, so definitely didn't forget about that. I've been doing that as well. Man, so what does everybody think about the whole Sebastian Vettel and Lewis Hamilton incident? Man, in my opinion, the FIA is wrong. And the reason why I say that is because there was really nothing he could do. And I was watching a video from somebody I'm subscribed to on YouTube. And he was actually talking about some of the outcomes that could have been done, or what Vettel really could have done. And all the outcomes were either he would have ended both Hamilton and Vettel's race, or in his race, or he would have still lost, regardless. So the FIA, I feel like, is wrong, and even back in the 90s, we didn't really have this problem. Now, of course, I was born in '99, so I can't really say too much. But I've watched a lot of footage from Ed Senna and Alain Prost and Monza. So when you look at those guys battle, they allowed them to really push at the last lap. It didn't matter. It's racing. So a lot of these rules are messing up the real entertainment, what racing really is. So that's why I say, and that's why I always say, that racing is really completely different than it used to be. Because back in the day, just race. blocking, nobody really cared about that like that. It's like, yeah, he blocked me. It's like, all right, well, I'll just pass him on the straight. I'll, you know, go on the inside, outside. Just a lot of things have changed in a lot of different sports, but it's amazing how just many rules have really kind of. I don't even want to really say that. I'm not gonna say that, but it's just crazy how the rules have changed. So I promise, like I said, one day I might show the difficulty because I promise this is at 120. I'm just that fast. I'm not trying to brag. I promise. I'm not trying to toot my own horn. I'm just really that quick at these tracks. Because you see, I mess up too occasionally. But every driver has their mess ups, and I'm really working on lessening the amount of errors, and I've really done a better job of that. But for Formula cars, this is one of the best made Formula cars in Project Cars. Project Cars 2. Man, this car, because the Formula C car in Project Cars 2, I'm not sure if I've said this in previous videos, but oh my goodness, that car is terrible. You can tweak it to make it very well, and I have a good friend of mine who actually helped me out with that car, and it does look a lot better. A lot more fun when you tweak it, but base setup, it's terrible. It's a terrible setup. So that one was bad. Then you had Formula Renault was amazing. Indy car is really good as well. Like I said, a lot of these cars in Project Cars too, I don't use any setups. If I do use a setup, like I did in a later video that you'll see for the 500, I only did that really just to see how fast it can go. And it is an extremely fast setup. So, as you saw in my test video, so I wasn't joking when I said it was quick. So just so everybody knows, at certain points I did use DRS, mainly because you can actually use it in real races, but you can do it within 1 second. So I actually was paying attention to the gap that I had. So if you see me going like way faster sometimes in the race, that's mainly because I was using DRS. And that's sort of the advantage nowadays. Back then there wasn't really DRS. You had the slipstream. Of course, that's always back then. Just because of aerodynamics, but air pushing through each car. But that's why you have dirty air and clean air. But you always want to make sure that you do not have to use the computer that much, because DRS is a system. Yes, it uses aerodynamics, for the system to work. However, especially in Europe, because in America you don't really have DRS like that. And yeah, it's more of the slipstream. So, not saying that Europe does not have a lot of amazing race cars, because they do. However, I am saying that it is a difference. I'm not downplaying any of those European driver skills, or not even just European, just everywhere else in the world. I'm not downplaying their skills, because if you go to Europe, I've heard a lot of people tell me this, and just other parts of the world, period, there's either more talent or it's just way harder, to get into racing. And I'm not downplaying anyone in the US either, because there's a lot of very talented people in the United States who either just don't have the finances, or occasionally it's just the opportunity runs out, or they can't travel. Also, as well, I meant to say earlier, there still is
a Formula Renault 2.0, and there still is the regular Formula Renault, basically 3.5, but they've just made a newer, not really, a sort of newer chassis, and I think it's a different engine now. But yes, it still goes on in Europe. So yes, this is still a real series. There's two real series, and then of course they still have the Cilio Cup. They still have the Cilio Cup, which actually happened not too long ago, one of the races. But yes, also I meant to say as well, I still am working on, you know, putting some more videos out. Another reason why I haven't put as many videos is because I'm running out of storage on my computer. So I've been deleting some stuff and trying to make some more space. It's just, you know, moving it all to a hard drive or something like that. It's not a lot of work. Because I'm not really complaining. It's very simple. It's just figuring out what to take off and what to put on. Sometimes can be a lot, but you know, I moved it around and my computer is still low, so it's a little annoying. But it's a sort of a tedious process too. But I'm getting through it, and trust me, there will be some more stuff soon. And if my buddy's cool with it, I might have some videos together. So definitely let you guys know if that happens. So at this point in the race, I actually did have to start using DRS because the AI got just a bit closer.
So see, this proves right here that this is on 120. So that's another thing I also wanted to say. I really do enjoy tracks all over the world. Really. There's so many tracks that you wouldn't think are as fun until you really do them in certain cars or in every car that you race. You're just like, wow, this is a really fun track. I really hate when the race director gives me that penalty. He gives me that warning. I mean, I'm glad it's a warning. You'll see how I just lost a second. I really hate when that happens. And seriously, the track limits on project cars, that's something that do need fixed because that wasn't that bad. And I know in the FIA, you can only have two wheels, at least two wheels, at most, two wheels on the curbing, or you get a penalty. But project cars, and I kind of like the way they have their system because it forces you to be a lot more precise. Unless you turn track limits off.
I keep it on simply because I like to make sure that I have a nice line and I'm keeping at race pace. But as everyone says, and they're right when they say it, always use the whole track. Always use the whole track. See, that's not a penalty. I always love how this car screams on each and every track. It just sounds so good. Uh-oh, had a little bit of a mishap. So now it's 2 seconds. So I actually wanted to explain something to everyone. Let me tell you the reason why I don't always play on multiplayer. And this is not to discredit iRacing, because I really do enjoy iRacing. It's just the AI actually sometimes works smarter than the human. And that's sad to say, but it's the truth. Sometimes online when you're racing, people are not paying attention to what they're doing. Or they just don't care. At least when you're playing single player mode in a sim, the AI are a lot more forgiving and they give you a lot more room. Now it does depend on what sim you're playing, but it's still way better than being online, because you never know with people online. And when you're going against actual drivers like me, of course we give each other room. But when you're playing against somebody who's just trying to race and not really caring what goes on, or not paying attention to their surroundings as far as where they are on the track and what cars are around them, it can be very frustrating. So like yesterday, I was the quickest person in qualifying. And I was playing against 12 people online. And I was actually in this car, Formula Renault, at Road America. So, if you know anything about Formula Renault, you will not see it in the US. So, I was like, okay, well, let's try it. There was another user who was not necessarily, he was like a second off. So, he could go against me, and it was my boy that I race with now, which I might be joining a Project Cars League. I'm not 100% sure yet, but I will also have that information too. So we're playing online, and the first lap, for any drivers who watch my videos, let let me explain something to you. Do not try to win the race at the first turn. That's the first thing. And what I also like to add to that, because several people say that, and it's the truth, please don't do that. Let me explain to you why you shouldn't do that. You shouldn't do that because a lot of times you're going to ruin your race and somebody else's race. So, if you don't care about yourself, just don't race. But if you want to have a great time at race and enjoy yourself and really continue to better yourself on the track, be mindful of your surroundings. Because there are really some people who really should not be racing. So that's just a tip. Here's another tip. And that was the last lap. So of course I won at Monza. That was a little bit of a tough race. Just to get back to that for a second. It was a tough race. And the AI were all over me. Seriously. You saw it. There's a couple laps where it was tricky, but I had to use the RS. Another tip I'd like to leave. It really goes with the first tip I said. The second tip is, don't try to win the race at the first lap. It's the first lap. Race it out. If somebody takes the position from you, what we like to say is play cat and mouse with them. So, if you're the quicker driver, a lot of the time you're going to get back in front of him or her most of the time. So, just do yourself a favor. Don't be over ambitious. Because as you see, even with some of the greatest drivers, when they were too ambitious, they messed up their race and the competitor's race, and they both lost. So, try your hardest not to be too ambitious. That's just my tips for today. But I will have some more Formula Renault videos. I know I didn't talk much about the race, but I knew this one was going to be sort of a quiet race because even though I had some AI really on my bumper most of the time, it never got in front of me. So as always, everyone, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope everybody has an awesome day. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share with everyone you know, and don't forget to click the bell if you're new here, because you'll get notified of all my new videos. Thank you guys so much again, and see you later.